Welcome back.
Ugh.
Take it easy. It's a little disorientating.
I'm fine. So what now? Go back to the park and bring her to that place?
You got it.
And how do we do that?
There are 3 steps. First, we have to find out more about her. Second, we use that information to get through to her, convince her that she's dead. And 3, help her move on.
How do we find out more about her? She could be anybody.
Not necessarily. That picture you got, the one of the 3 girls? That blonde girl is either the ghost in the park or her twin sister.
You sure?
She's a dead ringer. No pun intended.
The blonde girl is dead.
Looks like it.
And this other girl, Joanne, she's dead too.
Yep.
What's going on?
That, my dear, is our bread and butter.
What else can we do to learn more about the ghost in the park?
The photo, dear, it's the biggest clue we have.
What else can we do to learn more about the ghost in the park?
The photo, dear, it's the biggest clue we have.
How do we convince ghosts that they're actually dead?
That's the tricky part. Near as I can figure, we need to remind the ghosts who they are. Their death was too traumatic, or too violent, or too emotional that their little spirit minds snapped. So we need to do whatever we can to bring them back to themselves.
And how do we do that?
Usually by finding something that has a personal significance to them. Could be an object, a piece of information, or even another person.
So we need to know more about the ghost in the park.
You're a writer, yeah? Think of this as the ultimate character study.
How do we help a ghost move on?
With my magic tie, dear. I give one end to the spook, the other end to you. You pull the ghost in, and you send them on their way.
You don't come in with me?
No, sorry. That's your job.
I think I've heard enough.
Yeah, let's get going.
Joey?
Yes, darling?
What was Auntie Lauren like?
What do you want to know about her for?
I just do. Can't you tell me anything?
Hey, we've got lots to do. Ask me later.
What was my grandmother like?
Her? We have to talk about her?
What's wrong with her?
Nothing. Forget it. Ask me later.
Can't you stay still?
Huh?
The way you float all over the room like that, you're making me dizzy.
You sound like my mother. You're just gonna have to get used to it, babe.
Can you ever leave?
Leave? What do you mean, leave?
Leave. Get out of my apartment. Go somewhere else.
What, don't you like me?
Well, it's not that. It's just, well, what about privacy?
I'll turn my back when you're in the shower, don't worry.
And what about personal space?
I'm a ghost. It's not like I take up any space.
You know what I mean.
Sorry, darling, no can do. I told you I can't travel far from my hosts. I can go maybe 30 feet before something stops me.
That must be annoying.
It's not so bad now. After 25 years watching your aunt drool, this is like staying at the Ritz.
How did you die?
Excuse me? How did I die?
Yeah.
That's a bit of a personal question, isn't it?
Is it?
Yes!
Sorry. So what can you actually do?
Do?
As a ghost? Any powers or anything like that?
What you see is what you get, dear. I can float through walls as long as I'm still near you.
But you can't touch anything.
Not really.
Not really?
Well, you remember that breeze you felt when I manifested myself last night?
Yeah.
That's the extent of my physical presence. Neat trick, huh?
Not really.
Everyone's a critic.
I think I've heard enough.
Yeah, let's get going.
You coming?
Yeah, sure.
Hi, it's me again.
You have more questions, I imagine?
Yeah, is that okay?
I suppose so. What do you want to know?
Do you recognize the girls in this photo?
Well, That's Joanne. They're on the left.
And the other two?
I definitely recognize them. They were friends of Joanne. They were up here all the time, but I never spoke to them.
Well, that's all for now. Thanks for helping out.
Just remember, leave my name out of it.
Hey, it's open.
After you.
Yeah?
Could I ask you some follow-up questions, Kelly?
Fine. Make it quick.
Thanks again for lending me that photograph.
No big deal. It was just sitting there on her desk.
How are you holding up?
I'm fine. Midterms are a bitch, but I'm handling it. Or I would be handling it if you didn't keep bugging me.
Can I take a look around?
What for?
Just to see if I can find anything else about Joanne.
What, you're a detective now?
Well,
Forget it.
could you tell me about the other two girls in the photo?
Oh, them.
You know them.
Only through Joanne?
Do you know their names?
Blonde girl is Allie, I think. And the Asian girl? She's Susan. Tried to avoid them when they were here.
Really? Why?
Look, I need my space. Joanne needed her friends around her. So whenever Joanne turned this place into social central, I had to split. They didn't care for me, and I didn't much care for them.
Do you know anything about Joanne's friend Allie?
You mean Miss Blondie?
Yeah.
I know enough, which isn't much. She was over here all the time visiting Joanne. She was kinda sweet, I guess. Laughed all the time. Ugh, 'cause that was annoying. So it was usually my cue to get out of here. What do you want to know about her?
I'm having difficulty finding her. Would you know where she is?
I don't know. She could be anywhere. Studying, partying.
Pushing up daisies.
Shh.
Huh?
Nothing.
Right.
I don't suppose you know anything about Susan.
Not much. Quiet, I guess. Maybe she just didn't talk around me. I never stuck around long enough to get to know her.
Thanks for helping out.
Yeah, sure. Whatever.
Thanks again, Kelly.
Whatever.
The future Mrs. Davenport? I wonder what that means. I recognize her. That's Joanne. That's her, the ghost in the park. She looks so happy here. I wonder what happened to make her like that. There's a notebook on Joanne's desk. It's just a telephone. Can I use your phone?
What?
It'll only take a second.
Fine, fine. Just hurry up.
Who do you think you're calling?
Hello, could I speak to Joey, please? Hi, Joey? Yes, I had some questions for you.
Not bad, kid, not bad. If you got something to say it quick. Lady Pincushion here is starting to look a little hot under the collar.
You performed a little trick for me earlier. I'd like you to repeat it for me.
Trick?
Joey, do you see the pile of papers on the desk?
Yeah?
I need you to work your magic on them.
Sure, I can handle that.
Thanks again, Kelly.
Yeah, sure.
Nice one. So, congratulations, kid. You committed your first burglary.
Is that what I just did?
For the greater good, kid. For the greater good.
That makes me feel so much better. Looks like standard poli-sci lecture notes. It looks like Joanne liked to doodle in class. The last set of notes in this notebook are pretty strange. I'd better take a closer look. I think it's safe to say that these refer to the same person. Whoever Alexander Davenport is, Susan must like him a lot. He's either a boyfriend or something close to it. Allie is dead, just like Joanne. Is there more to this than a simple case of teen suicide? Could Kelly have had something to do with Joanne killing herself? I only hope that Susan doesn't meet the same fate as her two friends.